Hey everyone, welcome back to another Sims 4 video. I really wish I could be bringing you a mod review today, but there's some serious stuff happening in the Sims 4 modding world that I figured I would go over because I do run mainly a mod review channel on here, so I felt it was only fair to you guys to let you know what's going on within the Sims 4 modding world just to keep your computer safe. There has been someone basically releasing mods using fake or temporary accounts and pretending to be other Sim 4 modders and releasing these mods with malicious codes and scripts. Now, when they do this, you get a malware virus on your computer, and they can basically get access to a lot of things on your computer and a lot of personal stuff. So we're gonna go into exactly all the mods that have been affected as we know of right now, and then what you can do to prevent this, from getting a malware virus on your computer. Now, I would suggest that if you haven't downloaded any mods, I would just refrain from probably downloading mods, until this is kind of cleared up. I'm not sure what the timeline is on this, or they did suggest that if you do still want to download mods, just make sure you're downloading it from a trusted site and a trusted modder. So let's get into the actual affected mods and then what you can do to prevent this on your computer. Now, I did want to point out that if you own a Windows, we are the ones being affected, not Macs or Linux devices. I don't know if you can see right here, but if anyone is using a Mac or a Linux device, is completely unaffected by this because the malware is using a exe file, which is strictly a Windows file. So that's just great. If you have a Mac, you're completely safe from this. I used to play on a Mac, so I would have been fine, but now I'm on a Windows and now we're getting attacked over here. Anyways, the affected mods that you need to look after to make sure that you're not downloading this, because I almost downloaded one yesterday. Thank God I didn't, because I was like, you know what, I'll just download it tomorrow. And then it showed up on here and I'm like, there was a reason why I didn't download this yesterday. But the first one is a cult mod by Pimp My Sims. It's from Mod The Sims, but it's on a fake account. Then you have social events, unlimited time. Not even sure what that mod is really, but I'm not even gonna look at it because it's affected by malware. And then the one that I was gonna download was the weather and forecast cheat menu. And that one is real, but it's a hacked account and basically has a malware in it. Then you have the seasons cheat menu, mother load menu, mod cheat menu, and then the mouth present N16. So this is also happening with custom content as well. Not just mods, but custom content. Now, this mod was added today, but it was on Lovers Lab in January and it was removed, but it was brought back today. So that's a little fishy, but it's on here. Obviously, it's an affected mod. I do want to go over, again, if you think you've been affected by any of these mods, that you've downloaded any of those mods in the past 48 hours or something like that, it is very important that you change all of your Wi-Fi passwords and just make sure that all of your important accounts are secured as quickly as possible, because again, they're getting access to all of that information through this virus. Now, if you did download these affected mods, don't worry. There are things that you can do to help, your computer. Basically, you want to delete the mod immediately. Then if you have CurseForge/Overwolf tool, I highly recommend you guys get this, because there's majority of Sims 4 mods that are now on CurseForge that are strictly on CurseForge and not anywhere else. But basically, the Wolfgang on CF CurseForge confirmed the tool looks for a malware, not the specific mod. So it should work for any of the affected mods to run the tool. I'm not exactly sure how to do it, but you want to click on the simsviruscleaner.exe to download. Once it's downloaded, double click to run it. It doesn't install anything on your computer. Run a virus/malware scan on your computer. It doesn't hurt to try, but it might not exactly catch it, but it won't hurt to try to scan it. And then the other thing is you want to change your passwords. You want to change all of the passwords on your computer. Make sure that everything that is important on your computer is protected immediately, because again, they can get this information from just you downloading the mod. Additional quote from Kato, which is another modder within the Sims 4 community. She said you should also uninstall Discord and any crypto wallet programs, and then once you are sure the malware is gone, reinstall them from a fresh download to clear out as many remnants of the malware. So it says how to prevent. This is a bit tricky because unfortunately the only 100% way to prevent this from happening is by not downloading anything until further notice, which is what I was saying, is that that until we know for sure that it is, you know, fixed and handled, then it is probably not safe to download any mods. Now, here are some things. If you choose to risk it, I'm just saying, if you guys choose to risk it, you know, that's on you, but you should at least do these steps of only download mods from modders you trust, although if anyone else gets hacked like MSQ Sims, it won't do much good. You know, there's no way to really tell, you know, before you download the mod that it has malware or not. So that's why, you know, they say at your own risk. The other thing is try to download only from creators' own websites or Patreons, where they're more likely to have a two-factor authentication enabled. Patreon is great, although, like they said, it's probably a little less likely that they'll get hacked because they have that two-factor authentication. So definitely go to Patreon if you want to download some mods at your own risk, though. And then if the modder didn't announce the update, but usually does on one of their platforms, avoid it until they do. A lot of modders, and I mean a lot of modders I've seen in the last 24 hours, have posted about the malware mod incident right now. So it's very important that if they were to post something like this, and if they haven't, maybe don't download that mod just until they come out and, you know, say what's going on. And then avoid downloading from new modders that popped up out of nowhere. So if you've never seen that mod creator before or that mod, I would refrain from downloading it just for right now, because you don't know, again, if that's a, you know, temporary or a hacked account, or obviously a brand new one that they're making to give you a malware, you know, infection. Now, there is a mod, the download install, that just released the ModGuard mod malware protection by Twisted Mexi. Now, don't worry, it's safe. Twisted Mexi did come out and talk about the malware incident, but right after that, they came out with this incredible mod for a ModGuard. Now, Twisted Mexi has, you'll probably know Twisted Mexi if you're in the modding community, if you play with mods. They have the Tool mod, they have the Better Exceptions mod, and a bunch of other mods that are just essential in your Sims 4 game. This is one that I would immediately download if you're gonna take that risk and download a mod. Might as well have this in game. I'm gonna download it to show you exactly how it works, but basically the features are: prevents common virus vectors, finds a responsible mod, notifies the user of the compromised mod, and alerts our team of the compromised mod. This is definitely something you want to have in your game if you're going to take that risk and download mods. This is completely safe. It's from their Patreon, and they just came out with this like last night. So we're going to download this so you guys can have it in your folder, because again, I would hate to see anything happen to your Sims 4 games because you were just trying to download a mod to make your game better. But I did want to point out there is also another area that you can go to check for updates, and that is the Sims After Dark. It's this website right here. I'll link both websites in the description below, but this again goes over everything that's happened that we just went over. But they also have a Discord, as well as Scarlet's Realm, I'm pretty sure, has a Discord. Sims After Dark has one that you can join for more information on what is going on in this malware, you know, situation. It's crazy to me. I did not think that I would be waking up this morning to basically being told, do not download a mod because you might get hacked, which is a possibility in The Sims. I'm not saying it wasn't bound to happen, but I was just taken aback. But we're going to download this mod, and I'm sure everyone knows how to download a mod. But if you don't know how to download a mod, we'll basically just click on this. You'll open it. Make sure you have an extractor on your computer. I use Breezip, which is completely trusted. I've never had an issue with Breezip, and just extract this folder. And it is just a TS4 script, so you don't really need to do anything. The only thing you need to do is, so these are all the mods I have in my game right now, but we're just gonna move this TMEX ModGuard over and just drop it in there, and now we can exit out and go into our Sims 4 game. So we are in the world now. You'll probably recognize this if you watched my fairy video, but I'm using it because it's a very short mod review today. So when you get into game, I don't have it popped up because my game is fine. I don't have any mods that have been affected by it, but I just wanted you to see that if you do get into game and you don't see anything, you're good. If you see this pop-up window, then you have been affected, and it's very important that you follow the steps that they put on there. But the good news is if you get into game and you don't see anything, you're fine. You can continue playing The Sims. So that is pretty much it for today. Again, it's very important that you make sure that you are downloading from a safe website and not a website that you are unsure of. If you are unsure of the mod or the username for the mod, I wouldn't download the mod. Again, I would just stick to the websites that probably have a two-factor authentication, etc., like Patreon. If you have a lot of modders on there, just make sure that you're being vigilant of if they are covering this malware incident, because if they aren't, I'm not saying that they, are affected, but they could be affected and you don't want to take that chance. So hopefully this helped you guys understand a little bit about what's going on in the Sims 4 modding, community. I think it's important, for me as well to bring this to you since I do run a modding channel. So this again has been, closely monitored for the last few weeks, but it wasn't until yesterday when it really started coming out that this is what's happening, and a lot of people were reporting that they were having this happen to them. So again, I would just keep checking those websites. I'll keep checking them as well and bring you updates, until, this is hopefully all, done quickly. Again, downloading mods can be dangerous and can be risky. So again, make sure that when you are downloading, you're downloading it from a trusted website. But thank you all so much for watching today's video. If you have any more questions about what's going on or any concerns that you might have, let me know down in the comments. I'll help and answer them as quickly as possible. But again, stay safe out there when downloading mods, and I will see you all on Monday.